What's going on, beautiful people of YouTube? It's Renebean. Welcome to another episode of Life of a Game Hunter / Collector. A lot of people have been asking to show more stuff that I sell, so I'll show you what sold yesterday. We'll go in there, I'll show you some packaging techniques as well as how to make a scan form. A lot of people have asked me how to do so, so I figured this would be a good time to show you. Also, at the end of the episode, I got 3 packages that came in, so I will be opening those up and see what we got going on with that. So with that said, guys, sit back and relax. Let's go get to work. Alright guys, here we are in the eBay room, as everybody likes to call it. As you know, it's just, my office where I do my listings, my packaging, anything that involves reselling. Like I said in the intro, we're going to be doing the 8 packages from yesterday from eBay. This is, what was the grand total? I believe it was like 146 bucks. I'll go over with you how I got this stuff, the price, what I paid for it. And then, of course, show you some packaging techniques. What I want to try to do in this episode is show you how to make a scan form. A lot of people have asked about that, and hopefully this video will clear some of that up. Alright guys, so the first package we got here, these are some stamps that my wife picked up at a yard sale. Little wooden block stamps. I don't know what she paid. I think she paid like $2 or $3 for a huge bag. And I got a few of these lots up already. I think I had this listed at, let me look over here. I think it was at like $14.99. Someone sent an offer at $13. They can have it. Free shipping on this with first class. It's like little Winnie the Pooh. I lotted it up. I had a bunch of different stamps. I tried to make lots out of each one rather than trying to sell these things individually. Because on an individual level, I mean, you can see $6.99 brand new. $13 for all 3 used. I think that's pretty decent. So with something like this, I am not worried about it at all. Simple bubble mailer. Inside it goes. And of course, I got my thank you that I always put in there. And if you don't know about these, most importantly, what it does is it tells the buyer to reach out to me if they have any issues, whether it's, something with shipping or it's not to their liking. That way, before they go smashing that feedback button, they let me know and see if I can't resolve it from there. So with that said, we got this package up already. Now, with something as weird as that is, I don't know why I didn't think about it until after I closed it up. I usually don't like to seal it until I put the label on there, just because these packages are kind of a pain for those peel and stick labels. But I can make that work. But what I will do is weigh this and then write what it is on there. And it's very simple. I'll just put stamps and then whatever the weight of this is, which I'm guessing is like 9 or 10 ounces. Let me see here. It was 7 ounces, but what can you do? My weight was a little off. Next up, we got X-Men for the Sega Genesis. Sold this for $9.99, free shipping. This is not a high-end game. It was just something that was sitting, but it was still worth to list on individual, level. It would have still sold. I don't think it sat around too long. So with this, I don't have to do anything special. And I had this been like something like, Hyperstone Heist or something, I might throw a little extra bubble wrap on there, of course. But for being X-Men and this simple, padded mailer, I don't think it's going to be an issue at all. Toss my thank you in there. And then with Sega Genesis cards, I want to say it's, 3-4 ounces maybe. Hopefully I won't be wrong all morning. So with something like this, it's flat enough to where I can seal it. I'm not too worried about it. If you got cats and you use these bow mailers, be careful of these things. My cats eat the hell out of these things. I was going to like chase them down and rip them out of their mouth. Alright, so there's that. And let's weigh it up and then write what it is on there. Alright, next up is a scrub that my wife usually picks out the scrubs. I know a little bit about them. She knows a lot more about them than I do. I sell scrubs frequently. We sold this for $12.34 free shipping. It's just a scrub top. Landu, I don't know the brand. She could probably pronounce it. I can't pronounce just about anything. So anyways, with this, she's already got the thank you in there, and she's got, anytime you sell clothing, you want to use a little bag. Even if it's going in something, it just makes it look a little bit more professional. And actually, we're going to step it up one more notch. As some of you know, if you have a store subscription, you get a quarterly coupon, which you can use to buy bubble mailers. I like to buy these quite often. These are, just standard poly mailers, which I use for clothing because it doesn't have to be padded. I found myself, completely filled on all my supplies, and I was like, well, I need to use this coupon up. So I went ahead and got some of these stickers, and I thought they'd be perfect for this, which they actually are. It makes it look really nice. It's just an eBay sticker. These things are super cheap, and of course they didn't cost me anything with the coupon. But when I like to fold these over here, throw a sticker on there just to seal it, and that just makes it look nice. I like that. These types of bags don't have like a self-seal or anything, so that looks good. It makes it look a little bit more professional. Chuck it in the old poly bag here. These poly bags are really nice. I think they were designed for clothing more than anything. As you can see, it's got two perforations right here. For me, if I do the top one right here and then seal it over, if the customer gets this and they realize it doesn't fit, they can actually reuse this bag. Whenever they go to rip this open, it'll rip open in a way to where they have that other seal and they can ship it back in the same bag. I don't know if they did that. I don't want them to advocate returns, but at the same time, when it's clothing, it's almost inevitable that you're going to deal with some returns. So let's go ahead and weigh this one up. All right, next up I got Asterix, and this was actually bought from a subscriber, but I didn't realize it was a subscriber until after the fact. I think I had this listed for 14, 16 bucks. I have no idea. Someone sent an offer for 13. I took it, and then I got a message stating it was from a subscriber, which is awesome. Thank you very much for the business. I do appreciate it. Asterix, I couldn't tell you what I paid for this. Maybe at a yard sale, $1 or $2. Maybe it was in a bundle. Not too sure. With Sega games, just like CD base games, I like to put a bit of bubble wrap in here. While the clips are tight, usually this game still can pop out, and I don't really want it to rattle around in there if I can help it. So, but with Sega Genesis games, you got to kind of be careful because it doesn't want to close properly if you put too much in there. If you can feel just that little bit of hump right there and it's still closed, you're good to go. I don't need to put a thank you note in here just for the fact that he knows who I am, and if he has a problem, he can reach out to me, which I doubt he will. Always test your games beforehand. If you put a listed title as tested, test it. Trust me, you will run into issues if you had not, where something just comes back defective. And even if you did test it and it's working and someone says it's not, you at least got that on your side. So anyways, with this, that's why I like these padded polys right here. They can hold two DVD games, DVD style case games, or one Sega Genesis games. I love this. I would never ship a NES box game in there, simply because it's cardboard. But a Sega clamshell, oh, they work great in there. They can kind of be a pain to wiggle in because they want to get caught up on the edges. But once it's in there, it's not a terribly tight fit or anything, and it works out pretty good. So right there, push the hang tab down. Woo! And slide that just like so. See, look at these things. They stick to everything. Most importantly, the cats like to try to find nourishment from them. Alright, next up, we got Frogger. This is a CD game. Obviously, you can see the plastic jewel case, meaning that it is vulnerable to being damaged. You could just stick it in a padded poly mailer, and there's a chance it can arrive okay. I like to take just one extra step. I keep spare cardboard over here. And let me see if I can grab it here. This is just from a priority mailbox that I have, but you can see it's already been cut. I use it for things like this, and I like to protect it. Let me show you what I'm talking about. Alright, see, I just got two little slabs of cardboard, and that's just going to protect the case from any damage from the front or the back. I only sold this for $9, I believe, but still, I like it to be protected as best I can. So let's go ahead and take us a thank you, fold it up, stick it to where hopefully they will see it. And what I found with this is it's usually easier to stick the cardboard in first in these padded mailers, and then wedge the game in between it. So of course, once you got that in there, make sure you try to not take all the air out, obviously, but you want that to be folded over kind of tight. That way the cardboard stays intact, and there you go. Alright, next up we got a copy of Sewer Shark with the manual, as well as a copy of Sonic the Hedgehog, not for resale version. This was bought by the same person, and it's international. A lot of people get so paranoid about international shipping. Let me tell you the secret of this, and this is as easy as it gets. I always have international shipping on everything that I sell. I have more problems in the States than I've ever had internationally. Typically, for the most part, if you have an issue with shipping, it goes to the international shipping program. You don't even have to deal with it. And secondly, it doesn't bother me. I don't pay for the shipping, they do. If I do offer to pay shipping, I'm only paying shipping to, where is it at? Kentucky, the distribution place, but I don't have to pay shipping overseas. And usually a lot of times you'll get, you know, messages, emails that say, hey, shipping shouldn't be this much. Can you charge this? This is what it is. Never accept that, because what they're trying to do is they see the calculated shipping that it's going to cost for you to ship that item to them, and they don't like it. No matter what it is, international shipping is always going to be high, and don't ever accept that. That's the biggest advice that I can give you. And if you ship to the international shipping program, you will not have issues. I promise you. Every now and then you might get a buyer that's upset or something. That's going to happen like you would in the States. But honestly, I have more trouble in the U.S. than I do shipping internationally. So if that answers your question on should you ship internationally, I hope you do, because you're losing out on money. Don't limit yourself to just one place. You know, advertise to the whole world. I sell quite a few things overseas, and it's never bothered me. So with that said, Sonic and Sewer Shark, we're going to package these up. And I love when people buy things together, because it makes shipping ultimately cheaper. And again, like I said, I'm only shipping these to Kentucky, so that's the only shipping that I'm paying for. And then they're paying to have that shipped to them, which I don't know how much it costs, maybe 20, 30 bucks, which is crazy. But anyways, with that said, let's go ahead and package these up. So one thing I am going to try, I'm going to see if this will go into a padded mailer. With this Sewer Shark, it has the manual, has a little bit of protection on the front. I'll probably throw a piece of cardboard on that as well. Alright, so we got that in there. It actually fit very nicely. So let's close this up and weigh it. With that added weight, my guess is 10 ounces, maybe 11. It was 11 ounces, close to it. Always round up your shipping. You don't want the customer to be charged extra. This next one up is a PS1 bundle I sold for $55 free ship. This is a PlayStation 1 Slim. It's in the package. I don't know if I actually like wrap this up or anything. I'm going to open it up and double check, of course. And I rarely do that. I know some sellers, like, you know, once they list it, they like to go ahead and package it and get it ready. I don't. It just makes it easier for me to find. Plus, if the customer has a request right at the end, I don't have to open it back up. But we're going to see why or if this thing is actually sealed up or packaged up. And if it is, that's great. That means I ain't got to do it. I must have done it in the past because I can't remember, obviously. Oh, and it looks like it is. Excellent. So just, oh yeah, you can look. You can see I already got my note in there. It's just a PS1 Slim with a controller, a stack of games, just, you know, some bundler games. I sold it for $55 free shipping. This shipping shouldn't cost me more than $10, if that. So I was happy with it. You know, that's the rule of thumb when you're out yard selling for PS1 Slims. They sell, but they still don't sell for all that much amount unless you want them to sit for quite some time. So I never paid more than like $5 for them if they're like complete with the controller and everything else. So I don't have to do anything else with this. All I got to do is throw some more tape on it, and it is done. That is excellent. That's exactly what I like to see. Makes things so much nice and easier. I'll show you one thing that I do whenever I package these up. You can see the controller. I put the memory card on the outside. You never want to leave the memory card in the system, and you just don't want to throw the memory card in the box because it can get overlooked and thrown away. I've actually had that happen. Customers couldn't find it because I didn't secure it. You could tape it, just don't tape over a label or anything. So let's seal this bag up, and it's done. This is the easiest package of all time right there. I definitely need to do more of those whenever they're big lots or something big like that. I don't know why I had it already packaged up. Maybe someone sent me an offer and I was getting it ready. I have no idea. Next up, we actually have a copy of Donkey Kong for the Game Boy. This was sent in pretty rough shape. Got it cleaned up. It's working. This sold for $10, I believe, $9.99 free shipping, maybe a little less. The game in good condition goes 12 or 13, and obviously it's not in the prettiest condition. It looks pretty rough. But it plays and it works great. We don't have to do anything crazy with this. All we got to do is chuck it in a padded mailer, throw our thank you in there, and that is done. The Game Boy games never weigh over 2 ounces anyways. The cutoff is 4 ounces, I believe. Anything past 4 ounces, that's when it starts to add a little bit more to your cost. And of course, you know, since we had the recent increase in postal shipping, it makes it a little bit more rough on, you know, lower end items. So with that said, we're going to go over here and I'm going to try to show you. I'm still trying to rack my brain on how I'm going to show you how to do a scan form, you know, whether I'm going to do it with the computer or however. But we're going to do that, and then we will finish up in the game room and check out those packages that came in. So let's check it out. Alright, so I chose this method that way I can black out any sensitive information that may be shown. So in order to print a scan form, this method is dependent on if you have a store subscription or not. I'm not too sure how you do it without one. Maybe someone can answer that in the comments down below. But assuming that you do have a store subscription, go to your seller hub and then click on orders. And right below the shipping tab, click actions to select all items that you want to ship that day. After you selected all the items, then click the shipping tab and then hit print shipping labels or invoice. Once you do that, you'll be brought to this page, and make sure that you have US Postal Service or FedEx shipping labels selected in order to do a scan form. You can also select to have an invoice or packaging slip to bulk print all those out at once too. Now, if you'll remember earlier how I had an international package going out, the person bought 2 items for bulk shipping. If it's domestic, you can bulk ship in this tab as well, but when anything's international, it tries to give you this page and tells you to go to the new bulk tool. For whatever reason, when I select that, it doesn't work. On any browser that I use, I cannot do international packages with a scan form for whatever reason. I don't know why. So since I can't add the international bulk shipment that's supposed to go out, you'll only see 7 items here. But on this page, this is where you want to adjust the weights and the dimensions and the packaging of all your items that you have sold. It's extremely important to make sure that all your weights are correct. You can see my total postage for these 7 packages is $28.50. That number can go up and it can go down depending on if the weights are correct. eBay's not always right with it. So once I got all the weights and dimensions in, you can see that my total cost went up just a little bit, but make sure that you have print scan form for these labels selected and then hit pay with PayPal. You'll be brought to this screen, and under this tab you can select postage label to bulk print all your labels, as well as your scan form and your package list to match up the labels to the packages themselves. And there it is. That's your final product. That is your scan form. When you take that to USPS, they just got to zap that one time, and you don't have to individually scan each individual item. And it's very handy and very helpful. But hopefully that helped you out. And now let's head over to the game room and check out those packages that got sent in. Alright everybody, so we are here in the game room. Of course, I'm covered in some sort of whatnot. Been out hunting today since the season is starting back up. Had some good luck. Hoping to get an episode out, maybe even this weekend. I'm considering going to the jockey lot with my wife and checking out that place. At least, kick the season off. Not too sure, but just keep in mind the live episodes are coming back. So with that said, we got 3 packages here that came in. I'm not too sure what's going on. One of them I do know. It's constant trade, or I'm buying from this person. This one here is from Brittany. I can't pronounce that last name just because it's kind of covered up with the tape. I'm not too sure what it is. It feels pretty light though. Oh goodness. Let's see what's going on with it. Nice little padded poly here, or the standard poly. I'm unsure what this is. I'm not sure if it's for me or what. Could be something for my wife. Who knows? Huh. What type of case is that? I can't recognize that symbol. Yeah, this thing's wild. I can't recognize that. Ooh, about dropped. I can't recognize that logo right there. I don't know. Is this for an N64 game, perhaps? Someone's going to let me know and tell me that I'm an idiot. I'm sure of it. It does have a note, though, here. Let's check it out. Greetings, all-powerful Renebean. It's Britt once again. I was in my favorite retro game shop the other day trading in 9 nests and 2 GameCubes that I have sitting around collecting dust and not selling. I don't know how you are able to sell consoles so easily all the time. I must be in poor market for them. I tell you the secret with selling consoles, a lot of people don't realize this, is I like to sell them locally if I can. Obviously, there's no taxes, no shipping, none of that. You could check your sold listings on eBay or wherever it may be. Cut the hell out of that price. You're not dealing with shipping. You're not dealing with fees. Like if I'm selling a GameCube, I usually put like a couple bundler games with it. $50. It usually goes. I'll probably take an offer on it. But always undercut yourself from eBay sold listings. I see people all the time on Facebook Marketplace selling things at or even above eBay, and that stuff will just sit. It looks terrible. Make your photos look really nice, and say the stuff's tested, clean, looking good. It'll sell. I'll tell you. Don't be scared to take an offer on it. Just if you're not selling it online, you don't have to deal with eBay. You don't have to deal with the fees. You don't have to deal with shipping. It's awesome. I came across this in a bin. Immediately thought of you. Well, I appreciate it. I saw a few videos back that you received one similar to this, and I rather enjoyed it. I stood there racking my brain trying to figure out what video game the character on this run. See, finally, someone that's knows what I'm talking about. I finally gave up and asked the owner, Lance, if he knew by chance. He said it's not from a video game. It's from a video game store in North Hollywood, California called Game Dude. Their website claims it's the largest game store in the universe. So here you go. Enjoy, man, and keep up the fantastic work. Always a fan, Brit. That's cool. That's Game Dude. That's his official logo. That is really cool. I love things like that. I got some Funko Land cases and whatnot. That's really cool. I got to find something to put that in and put that up there next to the banjo. Thank you so much for that. That's really cool. Moving on to the next one here. This one comes from us from... oh, God, I ain't going to be able to read it. Let's see. Nick S. Let's see. This is from Kentucky. I'm not too sure. Like I said, I'm always terrible with, like, actual names. See? I'm getting better. God, I'm always about to kill myself with this thing. But I'm very good with usernames. I need to, people already messaged me talking about my safety with razor blades. One of these days I'm gonna learn, and then I'll be kind. All right, what's inside? It looks like games. I'm not too sure. Is there a note? I always try to look around for a note. Oh, I know exactly what this is. This is a trade, and I will get this trade out to you tomorrow. God, I forgot all about this. Oh, I'm excited. Now, he said he threw in some other things, too. God almighty. Let me show you the trade that we were working on. And I am a fair person. I always try to be fair when it comes to trades. And he said, I got these three. He wanted one thing that I had on my eBay store. I was like, that's not an even trade. If you want something else, let me know. He apparently didn't care. So, and I think that's awesome. But if you trade with anybody... No matter what, someone's going to have the leg up, whether it's $1 or $2. Try to make it as even as you possibly can. And that's what I did with this one, and I'll get that out to him. Oh, goodness almighty. Where's my blade of destruction? Alright, let's see here. I'm excited about this. Oh my goodness, I'm excited. Alright, so check this out. We got some Saturn games. Oh my goodness. Oh, very excited. Alright, so check this out. We got Johnny Bazooka Tone. I'm gonna be popping that in here soon. Is that right? Johnny Bazooka Tone. Bazookaton. Look at that! That's insane. Here we go. Resurrection Rise 2. Very cool. Oh my goodness. I just reorganized the Saturn collection. Now I'm gonna have to do it again because it's not easy adding games to that. And then we got Last Bronx. Very awesome. And he says he threw in some other things which he did not have to do. I tried to keep the trade where it's at, but he did it. SNK, here we go. SNK versus Capcom. Don't believe I had this. And if that's the case, very awesome for original Xbox, because I'm always trying to collect for original Xbox, and that is awesome. If you always wonder what an exclusive on Xbox looks like, it always says right at the top, only for... I want to say there's 1 or 2 games that broke that rule, that actually did get exclusivity on the PS2. What are you sending me this? I think he said this one didn't work, perhaps. This is a GameCube game, Star Fox Assault. He said he already tried resurfacing it, which I can tell. I'll give it another go and see if, because I can still see some surface scratches. I'll try to, refine that down and see if I can get it going. I remember him saying that. Alright, well, we got PSP, man. Oh my goodness, I love the PSP. Such an underrated system. Burnout Dominator. I know I didn't have that. Iron Man, which I'm fairly sure I don't have that. And I know I don't have this because I only have it as the loose disc. And talk about hey, these. It's fine if they are. Yeah, these are empty cases, but this one in particular, that's cool because I need PSP cases because I find the loose disc. I only had the loose disc for this, which was God of War, Chains of Olympus. Very awesome. Thank you for that. I will get your trade back out tomorrow. I can't remember where you messaged me originally. I think Instagram. When you see this, just message me back so I can get your return address, because it's kind of hard to see on the box, and I will get your trade back to you. Alright, next package up comes from the man himself, Mr. Matt Shredder. I have dealt with him a handful of times, and he's been on the lookout for some N64 games for me here lately, which I'm very appreciative of. Trying to go for a complete set. As you can see back there, I'm getting fairly close. Probably, maybe like 3/4 of the way there. And he said he had some more coming through. I don't know what else is in there, but this is something that I either trade for. And I think last time he sent something, I just paid for him. So let's see what we got going on. You never know with this guy. He sends some random stuff. I already see something. Alright, let's read the note. He did the cards again. I like this because they're like little cue cards. Alright. Hey there, Mr. Renebean. Here's more N64 off the list. Plus the other games you asked on. I can't remember what other games, but he'll send me pictures if I need anything. The cases and games are a toss in if you can sell them. Awesome, some with the cases. Enjoy, Shredder. All the games with the price stickers under $7.95 or buy two get one free. At a sale, $3. Let's see. We'll figure out trade value once you look through it all, like always. All right, let's see what's going on. I ain't no telling with this person. All right, here we go. Check it out. This box has seen better days, but we got bubble wrap, so it makes up for it. Madden 99, the box. I know I needed this. I just didn't have the box. I'm gonna have to put that in a protector. If you put these in a protector, put some foam inside, you can crunch it back up. Makes it look a hell of a lot better. Let's see. I remember this, and this was a little too late because I told him I needed it after I found out I did have it. That's Road Rash 2, so I'll probably end up just selling it and having to recoup that and just going back towards the trade of this. I couldn't remember if I did or not. It's Road Rash 3 that I mentioned, not 2. But still, I appreciate the lookout on that. Alright, oh goodness. Let's see what these are. We got other games. He always says some random stuff in here. Guitar Hero. Good bundlers. Splinter Cell. Tom Clancy. Halo. That's always a fantastic bundle. If you're having trouble moving an original Xbox, put a copy of Halo or Halo 2 with it. I knew something was rattling. This actually has Morrowind in it in the Tom Clancy. There ain't no telling what's in these things, and they could all be split up. Yeah, see, there's stuff all in here, all going crazy. Test Drive, The Godfather. None of the actual games that the cases say, but I need the cases, so that's always a plus. Let's see, and guitar. Oh my God, Dark Summit. He just put a bunch of random stuff in here. Let's see, we got NBA Live 2002. Hunter the Reckoning Redeemer. I'll have to try to resurface that one. That one still sells for a decent amount. Guitar Hero. Grand Theft Auto Vice City. You can tell I'm lost here. Alright, let's see. Moving on down. Awesome for those, by the way. Thank you. Let's see. Oh, God almighty, man. Are you kidding me? How do you come across all this stuff? I was at a retro store today looking for N64 games that I didn't have. I didn't find any. And this guy comes at me with this. Almighty. Let's see what we got going on. Jeez almighty. He has really helped me tremendously with this N64 collection. Dear God. God almighty. Alright. Let's see what we got going on. Alright, and they're all like labeled down too, so this is nice. It'll be a good reveal for me. Alright, and you'll probably see a lot of sports games too, because that's a big chunk of what I'm missing. Look, oh, I had to take that sticker off. I usually leave stickers on cartridges, but this one will come right off. World Cup '98, and you can see how that sticker is. It's just asking to be peeled to reveal even more stickers underneath. Alright, that's cool. This is cool. It had a $3 sticker underneath, and then I guess that game store was doing $7.95. I don't know how they operate in the same way. Alright, let's see here. International Super Soccer '98. These things have some super thick stickers on there. I'm talking like that is license plate inspection sticker thick right there. That's incredible. Let's see here. Jeremy McGrath Supercross 2000. Was International Soccer really going for that much? It said it was used for $20. That's crazy. Crazy. Look at that back on that thing. I can swap that though with one of the lesser titles. I didn't think it was going for that much. I could be wrong. All these things have those super awesome stickers that I'm going to have to peel off here. Knockout Kings 2000. In the Zone 98. NBA Jam 99. I have not played this. I love the NBA Jam series. Boom Shakalaka all day. I have not played that. I bet it's terrible for the N64. NHL Breakaway 99. NHL Breakaway 98. Bottom of the 9th. All right. Like I said, there's going to be a lot of sports, but that's what I needed to complete the set. It's like one of the more feasible sets that I think I could complete. You know, I almost came close to a Virtual Boy set, but I didn't want to go after Jack Bros. It's just, that's too much money to pay for that game. While it may be a great game, it's going to break my neck playing. I ain't going to play that often. Let's see. I guess these are some better titles here. It looks like it for sure. Tom and Jerry Fist of Fury. Very cool. Oh, there's going to be some stuff I get to try out today. Asteroids Hyper 64. Battle Tanks Global Assault. And I had one other Battle Tanks, and I couldn't remember if this is one that I needed for sure. I gave him pictures of my list, so he knew exactly what I needed. F1 Pole Position 64. Oh, very cool, man. Roadsters. Awesome. NFL Quarterback Club 2001. Guess, I want you to take a guess who that guy is right there. That's Favre, man. That's the man. Was the man, at least. Let's see. Rally Challenge 2000. It's like N64 didn't have too many colored cards, and that one just doesn't seem familiar to me. That's awesome. Golden Nugget. Oh, very cool. I wanted this game for a while. This is awesome. Blues Brothers 2000. I got Blues Brothers for the NES. And I don't know what other systems they made games for, if they had any others. That is awesome. How many games is that? Let's see. 3, 6. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. 18 freaking games that he sent in. It's a huge chunk off the list, man. I appreciate that greatly. I will message you again on Instagram, and we'll figure out what's going on trade-wise. And I really do appreciate it. And to everybody else, I really do appreciate it. I'll get the trades out for the people that, you know, need their end of the trade, you know, for the Saturn stuff. And for the case, that was really awesome. I appreciate it. I hope y'all enjoyed this episode. You learned something. Get out there and use those scan forms. They help tremendously. And as always, everybody, take care. Enjoy the rest of your day.